In 2001, we planned and we built a new processing plant, which from originally we used about 500 liters with the first few production years from our own farm. That's 500 liters of milk per week. Then we grew that steadily, and then when we built a new manufacturing plant, we used milk from a neighbor farmer in that time, and we processed about 7,000 liters of milk per week, which really is very, very microscopic small compared to National Foods or any of the other companies. But for an organic company, it's actually quite good. In that time, we produced yogurt, quark, milk, and butter. Then, and this is going ahead a bit, but just to get the facts right here, in 2007 we added and we built a cheese factory in addition to the yogurt factory, and to produce soft and hard cheese. And now in 2012 we are actually using about 170,000 liters of milk for production. Having the yogurt factory and the milk factory, we realized we always have short shelf products. And that's very, very difficult to balance out when the cows give much more milk in spring and very little towards end of summer. And that's just coming from the seasonal changes. So we needed to implement a product that catches that peak milk supply, and hard cheese, which is a long shelf life product, was the solution for us. So that's one of the reasons why we built that cheese factory, but also for diversity, because in any business, it's very important to put diversity in, so you're not dependent on one or two products, as many products as possible. That gives you long-term security, if it's not too difficult with different machinery. It's sometimes in our business, but we are dealing with it quite well. So here you can see the growth from 1999 to what it is in 2012, and you can see that it's constantly growing, and it can only grow because we are getting more dairy farmers interested and supplying milk to us. And this is really like a second business to us, because we are running the farms and we are running that production business. A few points to sales. We also spread our sales to different retail markets. We cannot just do with only the health food shops, because we want to support them and we love them. We have to get the products out, and there are no health food shops in Kubapedi or in any of the remote countries. So there are supermarkets, there are bigger supermarkets, smaller supermarkets. So our thing is to deal with whoever gets the products to the consumer, and that can be home delivery service, that can be the big supermarkets. You see, we have spread in dark blue and in red and in green. That's the Coles, the Woolworths, and the IGA Foodlands here in South Australia. So the three take quite a big chunk on our sales. But then we also, in purple, we have the interstate consumers, which is then also again supermarkets, independents, and Woolworths and Coles. But we also have health food stores in there, which is a fantastic business to have. It's what we call the backbone of the business, even so they are smaller. And we have food service just now starting to increase sales through cafes, and that's something I personally look forward to, because that is lots of individual customers, which is always good to have. It's easier to just send pallets full to one customer, but that then locks us in with that customer and we don't have any negotiation power. Export is a fairly small portion of our business because the constant changing exchange rates make it very difficult. Also transportation, to get 1 kilo of dairy products to Singapore, Hong Kong, or anywhere in China or in Japan cost us about $4 these days, and so it is expensive. People over there, they pay for a tub of 200-gram yogurt easily $8 to $10. They're happy to pay that, but there's hardly any money for us because the transportation takes a lot of the margin. Also, I mentioned that before, we try to spread in our product. So you see the bigger chunk is milk with the dark blue portion here, and then yogurt, and that were our first products, and that were the products we really love to get out to the customers. They are also very important for the cash flow because they have a quick turnover. We get the milk in on the same day it's processed, and it goes out on the same night to the customer. So it's a very quick turnover, and it gets money back to us in our pocket fairly quick. And the same with yogurt. We don't keep yogurt for longer than about 10 days, so that's how we schedule our production. The same for quark here in purple, that's the cottage cheese. That is a product that we also want to sell fairly quick. It has only about a three week shelf life. And then we have longer shelf life products like butter in a green, and we have the hard cheese in a blue, and the soft cheese in the orange here. So you see, even so, the balance is with milk and yogurt, but we do spread with different products, and we will continuously develop new products. In each category we have about 3, 4, or even in the yogurt 12 different varieties. So in each section we have different varieties again. No business can sustain without achieving good things or producing good products. So in a food business, it's very good if you go and attend the competitions. So we go and attend all of the dairy competitions and the royal shows and that. And for a new product, we are happy with the product once we have received a gold or a silver. Even better if we receive a champion award. And that's what we have done for all of our products. Because the judges, they don't know whether the producer uses artificial flavor or any thickeners or artificial ingredients. The judges just go for the taste and the structure and the texture. So we are very proud of our achievements there. We also have achieved a lot of awards for innovation, for the environmental work which we do, and the sustainability we create for the other farmers, and also for our constant expansion and for the development of our company into a healthy, sustainable company. Back to our dream originally, that was a long way to go to where we are now, and we didn't really think that we are going all that way. It was meant to stay much smaller, but the loyal customer base keeps us going, and that's just fantastic. So with all the hard work, and it was mentioned before, family business, all our children, we have 5, are involved in one way or the other in the business, but they also go away and they come back, they learn something somewhere else, they come back, they work with us. Some longer, some not so long, but they need to have that freedom to do what's right for them. And so in that sense, that dream came true. In the other sense, as getting products out to the customers, good products, and keeping some families healthy. We also have achieved that dream, and we are very grateful for the possibilities we always have here, especially in South Australia. When we started, we did get a lot of support from the community and from different government bodies. We also mentioned our workforce, fantastic people to work with, and I somehow feel that in the countryside, people are maybe more appreciative also for us to give them work and to work with them the way we do. And most of all, our suppliers who are working out there to run those farms, and in that, we have supported them financially beyond what other companies pay. And sometimes individually, if somebody is in a difficult situation due to the drought or in any other situation, we have to then just be very quick in supporting them. And that always pays out later. So we could never count the dollar here. It was always the gesture which was important to get that support and that loyalty back, and that's very important. And not to forget, and I mentioned that before, the customers. The customers always get a response from us. We have one lady on the phone every day and emailing to have that connection going. And for those of you who are interested, have a look at our webpage and become a friend on our Facebook, because that also gives people that interaction of the product, why do they like it, and if they can't buy it somewhere, then they talk to each other and find solutions. But that's basically what we also nurture very well, and I think it's very important to create that social network for every business these days. So with that, I thank you very much.